Okay, so we're getting there, and I do prefer this to... Funnily enough, I prefer this to the Great Western for one reason, and that is the constant stopping service. But then we do have the 166 on the Great Western, which sort of does that for us. So there is that. Right, give it a few seconds before I put the power in. There we go, now we've got some power. Our starting speed limit is going to be 120 kilometers an hour. So we're just going to maximum power out of that. Acceleration like there is no tomorrow. The date here is Friday the 23rd of June 2017 and the time is 5:30. We have... well, we have 3 minutes to get to Mark. Mark? Marquet? Mark? I think it's Mark. Maybe it's Merck. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to avoid the cruise control now. Let's see if we can just focus on the signs ahead of us so that we know the speed limits. Are our lights on full? Because they don't seem to be lighting up too much at this moment in time. Oh well. Going through a little bit of a wooded area, as you can see. Definitely a bit of a wooded area. Right, we'll continue accelerating. No signs that I can see at the moment. Nothing I need to be paying attention to anyway. Hit that cruise control for that speed. I think I'll just leave it at that speed. That seems to be a reasonable... in fact, crank it up one more. There we go. 120 kilometers an hour. And then we'll get ourselves back on the brakes very, very shortly. I don't see a speed limit change, but I see a 321 for something. I'm actually going to start braking here in step 3. Just because I don't know what's going on. I didn't see a speed limit change, but I could have easily missed it. I see the station up ahead, and there is a signal at the end of the station which I can see. And that's actually what I'm focusing on. It certainly seems like this is one of those where you're supposed to brake really, really hard. I just think it is. There's a dwarf signal there for a line that goes off to the... I don't know where that goes. Somewhere out on the right, and then maybe behind the station, I don't know. Now let's see, where should I aim to stop this? Second... maybe try and get that second pillar there. I think that seems like a reasonable place to stop. Get that in the window, potentially. Oh, it's just gone past again. Oh no, well, there we go. I think that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable stopping place. Yeah, that's reasonable, I think. The people are waited a little bit on the other side, but fair enough. I mean, you know. So, yeah, that railway does go somewhere. Definitely goes somewhere. We seem to be in the middle of nowhere, but I can see a house down there. And maybe a park? Wait a minute. I can do this. Ah, there we go. Wind farms that don't work. Yeah, we seem to be in some sort of farmland. Anyway, back in here. Alright, no speed limit change as far as I can see. So we'll just get those doors shut. They are shut. Get the power back on. Crank it into notch 3. Get ourselves up to maybe 5 miles an hour. And then we'll crank it up a little bit more. And then a little bit more. And then a little bit more. Just in case, I saw a level crossing there. See the level crossing, even though the barriers are closed, you never know. Someone might creep under it. It happens. It happens very often. Alright. I still don't know how to get the AWS working on here. I know that that's now the canceller right down there, the footplate. But I don't know how to get it working at all. Right. Don't see any other speed limit changes. See, if the AWS or some sort of AWS was working, maybe I would have a better chance of knowing when the speed limits are about to change, or when I'm going to be crossing over, or when there's a red signal or something. Right, that seems like a reasonable speed to stay at. 74 miles an hour. And we do have 3.4 miles to go, and I think that's our last stop then, which means that we haven't done too badly. I think we've done okay. I think we have done okay. We're going to be a little bit late, not massively late, maybe a minute late or so, but that's not too bad. That's not too bad given the circumstances, and given this is essentially my second run in the train. Now we'll just keep an eye out for signal changes. I mean, not signal changes, sorry. We're going to keep an eye out for speed changes, which I assume are going to be coming. There has to be speed changes. So it's quite interesting because the other side of the map seems to be very city oriented, lots of underground parts to be in, and this side seems to be more farmland, more forest, more going out of the city. It seems to be on the northern edge of the city. Just in case. I saw that and I'm like, maybe. Oh, there's another one. That's a proper level crossing right there. I wonder if they do that in Germany. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. Do you, every time you come to a level crossing, do you hit the horn? 30 kilometers to somewhere. I don't know where. I really don't. I don't see any speed changes. Another 321 for something. I don't know what those distance markers are for. And there's that. There's a signal. Maybe it was a distance marker for the signal. I doubt it. Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was. I thought there was like a little opening on the bridge or something. 29.0. Some houses I saw on the side. I can see some houses over there. Maybe we still are in the city. Don't know. I haven't got a clue. I really don't. I think we should probably get ourselves on the brakes very, very shortly. Let's say about now. I think step 5 braking should do the trick. I can't be entirely sure. I see the station, and we seem to be slowing down at a reasonable rate. Oh look, there's buildings, there's a little, it looks like some sort of water down there. Yeah, we're slowing down at a very reasonable rate. Okay, I think we're doing okay. This is the station, right? I think this is where we end. I mean, this is where we end. It's a little bit underwhelming. I was expecting more, but maybe there's a station, one more station up ahead. Probably is. Let's get ourselves stopped. Well, it looks like for this one we need to go all the way to the end. But I am going to stop where the train stops. So I'm going to leave it in step 3, and wherever the train stops, that's where I'm going to stop. We're actually on time. Amazing. Amazing, we're on time. Not even 30 seconds late. Yeah, look, there's houses, there's a big building over here, there's cars. Looks like we're back in the city. Yeah, I can see loads of houses out there. It must be, maybe it's a town, maybe it's something, maybe it's similar to how we have out of London, going towards Maidenhead and Taplow and Hayes and Harlington and all that kind of stuff. Out of London, West Drayton towards Heathrow, where you start seeing a lot more in terms of parks and stuff like that. Because I think on the side of the Great Western, there is actually an area where it's just completely parks on one side. It looks like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you are still in the middle of the town. Ah, that's the last stop. Okay, well, we can do this. We can certainly do this. I wouldn't want to do this. Maybe I'll do this in 2 videos. Don't know. Maybe I will do this in 2 videos. see if you can ignore the... I can hear it ticking again. My computer's doing that weird tick thing. I don't know what it is. I think it's something on the... At the top, on the cooler or something, on the intercooler or whatever's at the top of it, the Corsair water cooling system. And I've got a mesh over the top, and I think it's that's getting caught on something. So as soon as this is over, I'll have to check that out before the next recording. I really need to... Maybe I'll just take that mesh off. The problem is that's going to probably cause some sort of an issue. But if you can just bear with it for 2 minutes, unless it's been going on for longer than 2 minutes, it's really annoying. I can hear it, so I'm sure you guys can hear it. I'll try my best to get rid of it. I feel like I can do this without cruise control. Right. 1.8 miles to go. Let's see if I can give it a quick knock. And I knocked the mic while I was at it, but hopefully that stopped it. I think that should have stopped it. Can't hear it anymore. I've got headphones in though, so maybe it's still on. I don't know. Don't see any speed limit changes. Not quite yet. I have a feeling one's going to creep up on us. But I'm going to continue going as we would. And I think it's about time to hit the brakes about now. I think hitting the brakes about now would be a good idea. Still don't see anything about speed limits. Still nothing. I mean, I can see at the top the speed limit's going to go down. I'm just trying to see it on track. I managed to make it into the speed limit, but I have no idea where the speed limit... There's no marker. There is no marker. No, there's no marker telling me that the speed limit went down. And apparently the speed limit's going back up in a few seconds to 81 miles an hour. I am beyond confused. But I am going to stop the train here, and I think that is the end of this video. Whether it was in one part or 2 parts, I don't know. Maybe 1 part, maybe 2 parts. I might just do this in 2 parts just for fun. But let's get this train stopped right over here. Let's grab my mouse, not my mobile phone, and switch off that light. There you go. I want to grab my mobile phone, then my watch, and then the mouse, trying to work it out, because it's sort of not in my view. I have a microphone in the way of where my mouse, mobile phone, and watch sit. Normally I pick up my watch to have a look at the time. My mobile phone's just sitting on the side, blinking, and then my mouse is completely out of my view. I just know it's there. So, yeah. Anyway, I think is that the end? That should be the end. I mean, this did say as far as here. Dessau Hub, for whatever it's called. That's where we are. Dessau. I think that's where we are. Yep, there we go. That went green, so it looks like we've finished here. Disembark. Climb down from the train to complete this duty. Well, I think I'll make this safe. Definitely make this safe. So we'll do that. We'll put the brakes on. We'll make sure that brake is on. We'll switch off the lights. And is there anything else we need to do? I can leave. I suppose I'll switch off those lights. And yeah, we'll switch everything off. There we go. I think that's pretty much done for us. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Train Sim World or train simulators in general. Why has that gone to red? I will. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. If you're on Twitch, please follow and thumbs up. And do support me on Patreon. Link to that is in the description box below. Your support would be massively, massively appreciated. It would help me out a huge, huge amount. It's saying disembark. Maybe climb down. Yeah, there we go. Once we get to these stairs, it kind of ends it. Okay, so that would be really, really appreciated, and it will give you access to my Discord, regardless of what you decide to pledge to me. And, you know, that will help me out get a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, I think my microphone setup is going now. It's a little bit old, and it is going, so it looks like I'm going to have to fork out some money for that. So, if you want to help out for that, please do support me on Patreon. Like I said, you get Discord access, join the community. Everything will be pretty fun. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this 1 or 2 episodes. I don't know how it will be, and I will see you guys next time in some sort of train sim.